Hey everyone, we're back at Austin Fitness. We were here for some pre-holiday advice, and now we're here for the post-holiday, how to get going and keep it rolling, because we're in the middle of January. And I don't want you guys to give up just yet. We all want to, because we've been working hard for 2 weeks to get it back. He's here to help us. Let's see what he has to say. So we were here in November before Thanksgiving.
Yep.
People really reacted to it. It was amazing. For fact,
Yeah.
the day after Thanksgiving, that's what I found so cool was on Morning Joe. They had a nutritionist on there talking about all the things that you had already said. I
Yeah.
thought,
Man, that's great.
shit, we were proactive.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
you're very proactive about what you do.
Yes.
Okay, now the holidays have passed, and great response to all the things you said. I mean, people were really into
Yeah,
it.
thank you very much.
No, thank you. I mean, a lot of followers. Thank you.
Awesome. You're welcome.
Now we're getting into the middle of January. Is it harder to keep people now in the gym? What do you recommend?
You mean just in general from me as a personal fitness trainer, as a gym owner, or from the client standpoint?
Okay, I see your point. I want to correct something that I said in the last video that we first
Okay,
video
sure.
we did with you.
Yeah.
I said if I wasn't in this industry, I don't know if I can keep up with it. And then you just said, well, that's a personal choice. And actually, what I wanted to say was, I don't know if I was in this industry, if I could do it at such a regular basis.
Yeah.
But I would want to stay looking good.
Yes, definitely.
So that's basically where I'm trying to get to with this terribly long explanation. People, sorry.
That's okay. That's all
I'm
right.
chasing rabbits.
Sometimes you have to make it very clear cut because any obstacle can throw people off. So I'm sure they'll appreciate it.
So my point is that I did everything you said do. You're right, it took away a lot of the soreness that actually I didn't know you could do.
Yes.
But now how would you suggest to create a rhythm of consistency or just getting back into it?
Yes.
Where do we go from here?
Well,
We took care of ourselves.
yeah. So a couple of different things. First and foremost, having a goal is huge. But in order to obtain a goal, you have to have a plan. So what I would definitely recommend to anybody out there who's trying to accomplish a fitness goal, or just in general, just to improve their quality of life, so that they're actually more energetic, less sore, having more energy throughout the day, is just to have a plan. So that 4-letter word literally sets you up for success. Okay, so if you have a plan, then you can actually look at it systematically. And whenever you are going by the plan, ideally, things will move in the direction you're looking for. And if they don't, then it's kind of like a scientific project where if it doesn't work, you can implement in changes and certain things and see if that change makes it better for you mentally, physically, and energetically.
As far as basic exercise, do you recommend mornings or evenings?
Well, so that's a good question, really good question. I personally recommend the morning. Now, I have a lot of clients and I know a lot of people who work out in the evening simply because that's what fits in with their schedule.
Now, when I would train evenings, I had to stop and go to mornings because I get so much energy.
Yes, yep.
And
that's
then
what that's
I
one of
couldn't
the,
sleep.
That's definitely one of the things, and that's one of the reasons, and the opposite effect of not that I can't sleep, but that's why I work out first thing in the morning. My mindset being an entrepreneur and being a fitness trainer, and for myself to feel better is to definitely try to wake up and get your workout in as soon as possible before your brain gets in your way. If that makes sense.
Oh, total
You wake
sense,
up,
yeah.
you knock all of the negativity off your body. You knock all the negativity off your mind. You spike your metabolism. You get a great fueled breakfast after your workout. You have a couple more great meals throughout the day. You stop eating too late because nobody wants to eat too late. I mean, one of the classic rules is to not ingest too many calories late before you go to bed. So
Well,
maybe 3 hours before you go to bed should be your last ingestion of food for an average person, minus water. Definitely drink water.
I've always been told, is it lore, is there truth to this, that the later you eat, the harder it is on your body when you're sleeping.
Yes, 100%. Well, a couple things happen. So now, once again, every body's different.
Sure.
Every situation's different. If somebody's trying to bodybuild, okay, and they're trying to pack on muscle, and their body is just in a consistent craving necessity for calories. Professionals will actually, and athletes will wake up in the middle of the night, eat, and go back to sleep. Okay, so that's on the far side. Not very many average people do that. There's other people that have medical reasons that they have to eat, late at night and things like that, which you don't ever want to be misconstrued. But from an average standpoint, an average
just
basis,
in
the
the
majority
middle
of you folks out there who are asking the same question Dean is asking me, I would definitely recommend not eating too late. You don't want to go to bed with too much food in your system, okay? Because your metabolism, while you are trying to fast throughout your nighttime, a lot of good things are happening, okay? Your body's regenerating, you also get better sound sleep. Break the fast means that you're actually waking from sleep because your body's ready to move and eat, okay? And people don't really realize that. So if you don't eat too late, you're gonna wake up with more energy because your body's ready to go, it's ready to eat, it's ready to move, it's ready to work. If you can work out first thing in the morning, you wake up, you don't even necessarily break the fast, with breakfast. If you can wake up and go work out, unless you're gonna get, low sugar and get lightheaded, some people have to eat, but if you can wake up and go work out, just do some simple cardio for maybe 20, 30 minutes, and then eat and break the fast after that, that's really the best case scenario.
So it is cool to go ahead and just wake up and just roll out of bed and do some cardio.
Yes,
You can.
yeah, cardio 100%. I mean, there's a lot of people out there, especially if you're new into the whole fitness game and you're trying to, come off the couch to doing,
Okay, that's
crazy stuff.
Exactly who I want to talk about.
Yep. So people who are trying to literally come off of the couch and make a significant lifestyle change,
Right.
those people, you always want to err on the side of caution first and foremost, because if you end up, trying to work out too hard and you don't have food in your system, your sugar levels can drop. You can get lightheaded, you can get nauseous, and then you might not be able to have too much of a good sustained workout because you don't have any fuel in the tank. And one more thing, the big mistake is if you don't eat, sometimes, like I said, I don't usually eat before my workout, but if you don't eat before the workout, you have to make sure that you're ingesting the type of calories you need to ingest relatively quickly as soon as you're done working out.
That led me to my next question.
Yep,
Thank
go
you
ahead.
so much. 'Cause
Yep.
I wanted to ask you your opinion on protein shakes, the shakes that that you buy at like GNC,
Sure.
big
Yep.
stores that
Yep.
are like for workouts, for
Yep.
has all these like carbs and everything.
Yes.
This is kind of a two-parter question. A, what's your thoughts on them? And B, I've always been told like within 45 minutes.
Yes.
This needs to be in your body.
Yeah.
So A and B, what's
Okay.
what's the facts here?
Well,
Dustin?
okay. So, and I'm very, very clear cut about facts. Every single human is different. There's not a textbook. We should all do
Right.
this. We should all eat this. We should all do this. So first and foremost, the one golden rule that you can never have too much of is water. You wake up, you drink 20 ounces of water, you do your workout, you have water right afterward. Monitor your own personal results, your energy, your weight loss, your muscle building for about 30 days, which is tough. I know it sounds like a lot, but really all it is getting naked and looking at yourself in the mirror and
Actually,
saying, hey, I look good, I feel good.
I've never been really a scales person. I've
Yeah.
always, because of my work and everything, I just use the mirror. How do I look in the mirror?
Right.
But since we did our November pre-care, I went ahead and got one of these scales like I saw that you had that it measures my weight and it also
Yeah.
measures my change every day. It measures my body mass
Yeah.
and all these things. And actually, I found it kind of fun
Sure.
to do that.
Well, it's anytime you're giving yourself a routine, whether it's an exercise plan, a regimented plan of weighing yourself, seeing where you're at, looking at your goals, taking maybe I know it sounds kind of vain to certain people, but listen, if you wake up in the morning and you before you get in the shower, if you kind of check yourself out, it's not really an unhealthy or an overly vain thing. It's really a good
No.
monetary way of saying, here is where I am, and this is where I'm seeing progression. This is how I feel better. This is what I look better, and all these things.
Well, we kind of hit on that in our last video. It's like be true to your own self.
You can actually see visually,
Right.
because what we do here at Austin Fitness is that we train for people to actually become a better, fitter version of themselves. And that doesn't mean, and no, I'm not knocking anybody, it doesn't mean that you go and you're on a repetitious cycle where you do 60 minutes on the treadmill every single day and that's all you do for the next 3 years. No, we change. We lift weights, we do very, very high intensity interval training. We do a lot of functional stuff like that as well too that makes you just feel good. But my point is that when you're trained the way that we train here, you definitely are going to put on more lean body mass, which is very important, okay? So the lean body mass also does weigh pound for pound. It creates and needs the desire for actual weight on the scale, because
Muscle weighs more than fat.
Yeah, you know, that's the muscle.
But look, that's when I use the
yes,
mirror.
yes.
That's why I've always used the mirror, because I
Yes.
know if I see the scale number, it's like, oh,
Yes.
I'm getting too heavy, but it looks right in the mirror. So as I was trying to bulk up but still live healthy this last year, I thought the scales would just be a fun thing to do, because I
Right.
was really getting thin there for a while.
Yeah.
And so I wanted to see, I just wanted that visual number going up.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm getting to a point now where I think I want to put the scales back away and just,
Sure.
because it's starting to
And it's
register.
okay. It's okay. Like
Hi.
here I am. For example, I do know that I'm holding about 20 pounds at least of body fat on me currently. People are like, oh, Dustin, whatever, you're in great shape. I've been doing this long enough and back and forth throughout the cycles that I know I should lose about 20 pounds of body fat at least, probably put about another 5 pounds of lean body mass back on so I feel functionally fit. So for me, the scale is good. For brand new people, especially for women, if you're working out the right way and you're putting on that lean body mass while you're depleting body fat, so lean body mass goes up, body fat goes down, the weight in the scale is going to stay exactly the same as it was in the beginning. Now, typically, people are obviously going to lose more body fat than they are building lean body
Right.
mass, but it can really throw people for a loop psychologically, where you have to make sure that you're not just focusing on the scale.
I'll be honest, I did use a sports drink.
Yep.
You know, and I did it
And that's
within
okay.
45 minutes.
Yeah.
What, are you pro?
Okay,
those-
yep. And right after your workout, it's definitely important that you do have a substantial amount of carbohydrates. Even if you're on a ketogenic diet, you know, there's different foods that you can look at what are good from a ketogenic standpoint of what you should have after your workout. It's funny because you were saying about the 45-minute thing. There are certain myths that if you don't eat immediately,
Right.
your
No,
muscles just going to
God.
fall off your body and you're going to break
like
down
that.
all this and that. Sports drinks and protein supplements, which you asked about, which is all kind of leading into this, are good for certain people.
What should we look for and what should we avoid?
Low in calories, okay? High in good quality protein, a good amount of natural, or ideally organic based carbohydrates and even sugars, okay? Because organic carbohydrates, organic sugars, even in a good, supplement drink are not bad for you. Remember,
Right.
calories and macronutrients, meaning proteins, carbs, and fats, are not your enemy.
Good consistency
Plan.
and a plan. Have
Plan.
a plan and consistency.
Plan where you get lots of water, as much rest as you possibly can, really good nutrition, okay? A good amount of the calories you're supposed to eat on a daily basis. And if you don't know how to figure out how many calories you should have, get to a good local professional, myself even included. You guys can contact me through Dean. Anywhere, wherever you live in the world, find a good professional that can help you figure out how much it is you need to, how much it is you should intake on a daily basis, with all those good macronutrients. And then lastly, have a good exercise plan. Because I'll tell you what, the scale fluctuates. Your energy fluctuates. We're all humans. We all have good days. We all have bad days. But if you have a plan and you're keeping track of your workouts, don't focus so much on the unhealthy ways of, the weight on the scale. Focus on how fit you're becoming, how strong you're becoming. You should be proud of yourself every time you try to do that.
I guarantee you people, every time you work out, when you're
Yep.
done, you're going to be like, oh God, I'm glad I did this.
Yes.
And you're going to have so much energy because I know what it takes to get off the couch and go, no, I've got to do this. So,
Yeah.
Dustin, thank you. And as always,
Absolutely, Dino.
Live in the
For
moment.
sure. 100%, man.
Take
Good
care.
stuff. Thank you very much. I'm back to work. Bye, guys.
bye, Dustin. See you on the next episode. Remember to hit that subscribe button.